Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James. I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. Hi, cuties. Welcome to Thursday. I hope you've had a beautiful week so far. I'm going to skip my intro today just because I want to get into the point of this video. So 2 days ago, I made a video about using your triggers to reaffirm in your self-concept, right? And so this video is going to be very similar, but it's just in case anybody is thinking that overthinking is something separate than a trigger. Okay. So typically when we're overthinking, right, we are in a triggered state of being. Our body's going into that fight or flight mode. We're going back into past memories. We're going into past experiences. We're projecting outwards our worries, our doubts, our fears. So we're creating stories in our mind about how things could be. We're placing negative value on things. We're in a very triggered state of being, right? And so I just want to come on here again today to explain how you can deal with this in a way that is sustainable and be able to adopt the tools to coach yourself, to pick yourself up, and to align your mindset with the desired outcome that you want. Now, if you have the time, first thing, actually, before I even get into the technique, okay, I want to just talk about overthinking really quickly. Okay. The more you beat yourself up for worrying, doubting, fearing, finding yourself overthinking, judging yourself, criticizing yourself, the more that you do that and you see it as something wrong with you, the more you're going to overthink. So the first approach that you need to understand with yourself when you find yourself overthinking a lot, anxious about things a lot, worried about things a lot, is to have that compassion with yourself and to realize that you're human, that it's okay to have moments of doubt, fear, insecurity, that, a lot of people have the same problem with overthinking, that it's a very human experience to have. Okay. I think approaching yourself with compassion, first and foremost, removing that self-judgment is going to be what applying the next few steps is going to make it a lot more useful. Okay. So don't beat yourself up if you find yourself overthinking or worrying or judging yourself or doubting yourself or comparing yourself or thinking that you're not good enough. It's a human experience, okay? Does it have to be the experience that you continue to have in your life? No. And you can adopt some very simple things that will help you move out of this in a very sustainable way. Now, depending on the severity of the overthinking that you have, can really change the approach that you take, okay? So if you find that you are overthinking all the time, you are really worried and anxious all the time, you're having tons of intrusive thoughts all the time, what I'm going to recommend that you do is put in some deliberate, conscious effort when you're awake to stabilize your nervous system. You guys have heard me talk about this on my channel before. We're going over the basics again, because what you're doing on a day-to-day does also matter. Okay, yes, I have the sleep affirmations on my channel. Those are really useful, but how you're operating when you're awake is important too. So if you're having excessive bouts of worry, doubt, fear, overthinking that are going on in your life, and you find that you're in that triggered state of being that fight or flight mode a lot, then adopting things that you can do throughout your day to stabilize your nervous system is going to be what you want to do. Okay. Yes, working on your beliefs is important. We'll get to that in a moment. Okay. But there are plenty of techniques that you can do, whether it be breath work, whether it be EFT tapping, whether it be intentional breathing, box breathing, meditations that help you get centered in your body and bring the focus back to feeling your body and living in your body, localizing yourself in your body. You're going to want to adopt a practice of relaxation. And I suggest, if this is something that you're struggling with on the daily, and again, like I said, if it's excessive, then I would do that 2 to 3 times a day. So in the morning, somewhere in the middle of the day, and somewhere at nighttime. Okay. Because you really want to get it into your body and into your nervous system that everything's okay. You're safe. You're secure. There's no threat. There's nothing to have this triggered response to. Even if there are things that are pressing in your reality, even if there are challenges that are in your reality, you need to realize that in order for you to really create that solution, you want to feel safe and secure in your body, clear in your mindset, clear in your thoughts, and be able to direct your thoughts in a direction in a way that you can sustain, right? So that's going to be my first word of advice. If it's excessive and it's consistent and it is something that is seeming like it's relentless and you're triggered all the time, you're going to, for a little bit, this is not permanent, but for a little bit, you're going to want to focus on really stabilizing your nervous system. Okay. If it's not excessive, okay, I would still suggest that adopting some sort of practice is going to help you. But you could go to the second step that I'm going to suggest in terms of a technique, okay, which is when you find yourself overthinking, okay, you want to look at the quality of the thought that you're having and where your mind is going, okay? So instead of attaching yourself to the story, I'm overthinking because this person is saying this or they're doing this. I'm overthinking because I got this grade and this is what's going on in my class. I'm overthinking because I'm not getting a response or this is going on in my reality. I'm overthinking because maybe they're not responding to me for this position that I really want, and that now I'm getting anxious and I'm wondering was I good enough? Was I not good enough? All these things. Okay. Look at the quality of the thought that you're having and the story that you have going on. Okay. Instead of trying to change the story right off the bat, what you want to do is detach from the story and go down to the belief. Okay. So, for instance, let's say you find yourself overthinking because somebody hasn't texted you back. And now you're wondering, are they losing interest? Do they not find me attractive anymore? Are they talking to somebody else? Okay. And if you stay in that state, you're going to find that maybe you reach out more, you follow up with them, you text them, you find yourself kind of chasing them a little bit. What we want to do before we get into that state where we're chasing and trying to manipulate our reality is become conscious and aware of what we're feeling, okay? And realize that we're overthinking. And so if that's something, let's say that situation is going on, instead of looking at this circumstantial evidence in your reality, they're not texting me back. Now I'm overthinking, and your mind is starting to go to a story. You want to pull out of that. If you have the time, do a relaxation technique, but you want to address the belief. What is actually going on here? I'm overthinking because I'm not feeling chosen. I'm overthinking because I'm feeling insecure. I'm overthinking because I'm not feeling prioritized or wanted. Okay. You want to identify what the belief is that is manifesting and creating this thought stream that you're having, that you are obsessing over, that you're thinking heavily about. Okay. Once you can address the belief, okay, and even for like something like school, oh, maybe I'm not going to get that grade. Oh, I did really bad on this test, or I'm getting the circumstantial evidence, or the people at school aren't talking to me. They don't like me. Okay. Instead of overthinking that and trying to get people to like you, detach from it and actually ask yourself, what are the beliefs that you have? Nope, I am actually smart. I'm 100% capable of achieving. I'm always able to pull off straight A's. I believe in my ability to succeed. I believe that I am successful. I believe that I'm well liked. I believe that I'm easy to get along with. I believe that I'm an amazing friend. I always feel comfortable in my body, right? So try to pull out of the story that you're overthinking and identify what belief needs to be reaffirmed in for yourself. Bring it back to yourself, okay? Hear me out on this, okay? So if you can pull yourself out of the triggered state and you can look at the story that's going on that you're overthinking about, and you can identify what within your belief system needs to be strengthened or what you need to remind yourself of, if you can silently in your mind pick 3 statements that reaffirm in the belief that you hold about yourself or that you're integrating within yourself, then if you can silently in your mind loop those 3 statements, okay? So I'm going to go back to the example. Somebody's not texting me and now I'm feeling like, they're losing interest, or maybe they want to talk to somebody else, or they don't actually really like me. Okay. Instead of continuing to overthink about that or follow up with them or chase them or text them more, I'm going to relax myself and affirm in, I'm always chosen. I'm always prioritized. I am able to create the relationship that I desire. Okay. If you can pick those 3 beliefs and silently in your mind, loop that in your mind for about 5 or 10 minutes, what you should notice happens is you stop feeling bad. You stop feeling triggered. You stop worrying about this thing. You're able to drop it. You're able to move on through your day feeling good, knowing that everything is okay. All right. So what do you want to do? What is the process that I'm explaining here? Our mind will typically find itself looping on a particular topic if it's something that triggers us in our belief system, something that we don't feel fully confident about, something that we are have a pattern with in our reality because of previous experiences or beliefs that we've picked up. And so instead of allowing yourself to overthink and dwell on this area of your life, what you want to begin to do is practice assuming the version of you that has the beliefs that creates the results that you desire in your life. The cool thing is when you do this and when you have the level of awareness to catch yourself when you're overthinking, to relax your body and to reaffirm in beliefs about yourself in regards to this topic, is that you'll relax, you'll stop overthinking about it, you'll come into a space of trust, and you'll be able to move on through your day being this version of yourself that you're practicing or reminding yourself of who you are. And what is it that really creates the results in our reality? Well, it's us and it's how we show up and what we believe and feel about ourselves, how we interact with our reality, how we move through our reality, and our beliefs do create our behaviors and, the experiences in our life. So when you find yourself overthinking, okay, I know I did a video again the other day about, when you're triggered, using that as an opportunity to reaffirm in your self-belief. But overthinking is another thing where people will judge themselves, get hard on themselves, criticize themselves, materialize wonky behaviors, chase doubt, and they'll find themselves in a disadvantaged state or position. So if you can break that cycle by relaxing yourself and reaffirming in the beliefs that you hold about yourself and the beliefs that you hold about this particular area that you want to create the change in, you should notice that the overthinking begins to drop and dissolve, and you begin to feel a lot more confident with yourself, and you're not chasing. You are able to move through your reality as this new version, and it becomes sustainable. Now, why is this also important to practice? Well, if my overthinking is a manifestation of beliefs that I hold about myself, and I'm able to catch myself and bring the focus back to myself and reaffirm in, I am prioritized, I know my value, my worth, I'm secure within myself, I'm always able to create the results that I desire, I'm absolutely smart, I am, able to achieve in my reality, whatever it may be that you need to reinforce within yourself. Once you fully accept and assume that belief, you're not going to find yourself overthinking on this topic anymore. Okay. Because if I genuinely believe that about myself, then I'm not going to be looking out into my reality for circumstantial evidence to reinforce this limitation that I have about myself. I'm not even going to contextualize or view things from that vantage point anymore. So, from the example of somebody not texting you, okay, instead of getting triggered by the lack of their presence, because you hold this belief, I'm prioritized, I'm chosen, I always know my value, my worth, I'm always able to create what I desire, whether they texted you right now or they didn't text you right now. Going into that belief is going to allow you to relax to where you're not even going to perceive the lack of communication as evidence that you're not prioritized, wanted, desired, or desirable. Okay. So catch yourself when you find yourself overthinking. Be gentle with yourself. This does not have to be a hard process. Okay. If you can really identify the belief and reaffirm it into yourself, or if you can do that relaxation technique and then reaffirm in the belief, you should find that you're able to relax, you're able to drop this topic, you're able to move on through your day, feel good, and hold this knowing and create the results that you desire. Okay. So don't overcomplicate the process. Just be aware of yourself. Take short intentional breaks to realign yourself with this belief system and stop reacting to what you're perceiving and start creating who you are becoming and being. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much. Happy Thursday. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for all the people that are here. You can create anything that you desire. You can turn around situations in your life. The circumstances really don't matter. What does matter is what you believe and feel about yourself, how you identify yourself in the world, how you feel within yourself, your ability to create love, happiness, and stability within yourself, to see your value and your worth, to feel prioritized within yourself, and stop reacting to what's going on around you and be the creative force in your life. Okay. And you can do that. That's actually what you came here to do. You can create your life exactly how you desire, and you show people how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. So instead of getting triggered by everything that's going on around you and overthinking and undervaluing yourself, build yourself up so that you can show up in a way that's actually going to create the results that you desire. You can do it. Okay. Just persist. Alrighty. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.